I'm like an eagle. Here's a picture of an eagle. And I think I'm like an eagle because eagles have great vision. They're really strong birds and they're always really, really independent. They have a vision that guides them, and I think that's something that I have as well. I have a vision and it guides me to do what I want to do. It it motivates me and it leads me down and to make the decisions that I make so that I can end up where I want. Just as eagles, they have a vision, they want to catch their prey, and they just stay and they watch until the moment's right, and they do everything that has to be done in order to catch that prey of theirs. And then also, I think I'm like an eagle as well in the way that eagles don't fear storms like other birds. Other birds, you see them fly away as fast as they can to go find shelter and be safe, and you see them panicking or just scared. And eagles, you see them still calm, they don't worry too much, they just fly higher than the storm and they know that everything's going to be okay. And I think I'm like that because when something difficult comes into my life or when I have to encounter a difficult obstacle, I'm not one of those people that freak out or stress about it. Yeah, I stress, but I don't stress that something bad is going to happen or that it's not going to go the right way. I just trust in God and I do what I have to do. I do my part as much as I can and hope that the rest will turn out as I want it to. Also, eagles don't make noise. They, unlike pigeons are always on the floor and, kind of just like making a lot of noise and complaining. And we all know we've seen pigeons everywhere. And eagles are just very quiet and they just wait for their moment. And they don't make too much noise, but I guess you can say they let the success make the noise. And I really try to do that. I don't try to talk too much. And I don't try to make this big idea of myself. I just, I let my actions speak for me. And that's why I think I'm like an eagle as well. They're very independent, and I think that's something that I am very much because I grew up as an only child, and so I feel like that's made me very, very independent. But I've always, since I was little, I always wanted to do things myself. I never wanted any help. And eagles, they don't eat dead meat, so which that means that they pretty much always hunt their own meat. So they hunt their own prey, and that's what they eat. They don't eat prey that other birds have killed or other animals have killed. They don't do that. And I think that's something that I'm very, very similar to them because I don't do something, I don't feed off of other people's successes, or I don't take credit for things that other people have done. I don't like to. I like to be very honest with myself and with everyone else. So that's another reason. And also, eagles regenerate. So there's this fact in National Geographic. At the age of 30 or around there, the eagles they kind of look back on their life, I guess, and they go far away and they go by themselves, again independent. They kind of hurt themselves. They pluck out all their feathers and they pluck, I don't know if they pluck out their claws so they regenerate. So this way, because their bodies are already deteriorated, and this way they live longer and they gain more strength. So their bodies were deteriorated, now they go through all this painful stuff that they make themselves go through. They pluck everything out, and this way their body regenerates. So now it's not deteriorated, it's going to come out new and stronger. And I think that's something that, not in the way of hurting yourself or anything, but I think that I look at it as something, a tough thing, a tough decision that they have to make in their life to become a better them. And I think that's something that I am very much. So I will go through tough things. It's okay. I'll decide to go through them, put myself through difficult situations, just because I know it'll make me a better person. It'll make me grow, and I'll learn from it. So I think that's why I'm also very, very similar to an eagle. And another thing is that they soar with ease no matter what they're going through. Well, not eagles, but me, I think I'm like that as well, because no matter what I'm going through, I don't like to show that I'm stressing. I don't like to show what's going on the outside. So I just kind of smile, laugh. I'm a very happy person, and I just try to make it seem like everything's alright all the time, and I try to be there for other people, and I don't want them to worry about me or anything. So I'm kind of soaring with ease through my life and not really worrying about it. So, in conclusion, I think I'm like an eagle because I know what I want and I know how to get there, but I just wait for the moments to do everything because I know everything has its time. And I am very strong-minded. I am very strong-willed, and I think I'm strong and independent. And so, yeah, I think that's why I'm like an eagle. Just a lot of the characteristics that I can relate to and are difficult for a lot of people to probably just relate to, but I think it's a very strong symbol. Eagles are very strong symbols, but I think I relate to it very well.